The world is in your hands. All right? Your world is in your hands. For some of you, you have the opportunity to turn the world that you're living in right now into your dream world, into the world that you always imagine to live in. If you want something, it's time for you to do it. It's time for you to take it. It's time for you to figure out how to achieve it because the world is in your hands. All right? A lot of you, your creative spark is about to come back. I'm getting like creator's block. Some of you could have dealt with creator's block and you wasn't able to really brainstorm. It felt like your intuition was a bit blocked when it comes to your creator mode. But it's something about your creator mode being flipped to on. And this time it's not turning off until you actually do something about it. Okay? For some of you, not all of you, because some of you actually did do things about it, right? You have an idea and you actually turn that idea into a reality. But for some of you, you have an idea and you've been keeping it as an idea. And now your creator's block is not coming back until you move forward with this idea. Because I'm getting like you're going to go through cycles where you feel extra creative. And then you go through a period where you're just like, oh, I'm chilling, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And it's more than likely it's like creative block. But before you reach creator's block again, you're going to accomplish something that is on your list. Okay? Some of you are very artistic. You may paint, you may draw. I'm getting this is stuff that people may not even know that you do. These are things that you may partake in and maybe nobody even has an idea that this is what you do. But you're very creative. And you have a sense of style when it comes to painting, okay? Artistry. I'm really getting painting vibes. I'm getting even drawing. Someone could be good at drawing like, I don't know if people still call it that, but remember how we used to do bubble letters back then? Or like you could be good at graffiti. Something about letters, like words, like names. You really, really good at that. Some of you are really good at drawing like objects. Some of you are abstract painters or artists. Okay, I'm getting a lot of artistic feel. Okay, some of you, you guys make things. So you may not paint or whatever, but you may wish that is like resin or whatever, like or you might use clay. You might be into pottery, or you might be into resin, like creating keychains or coasters and stuff like that. I'm getting very creative. Or these are things that you've been wanting to do but haven't done it. Some of you could be very, very into hair. You might have been wanting to go to like barber school. You want to learn how to do like designs in people's hair. Like I'm hearing like lines and stars. And, you know, if someone wants their name, you can write their name in their hair, okay? I'm getting a lot of hidden talent, like things that you're talented in that people wouldn't even expect you to be talented in, or even some of you, you're talented in things that people wouldn't even expect people to be talented in. You know how some things pop up on your timeline and you're like, well, how did they even figure out that they're good at this shit? You have some things like that where you had a period where it was slow for work for you and you were able to explore something and you started to create or do something that is pretty different. And people may not notice about you, or people may notice about you. Like you could have picked up on a hobby or something that like drawing or coloring. Okay. And maybe no one has an idea that you're literally almost halfway done your coloring book. Or maybe you're into puzzles and no one knows that you completed like over 50 puzzles, 100 puzzles. Or you're very good at painting or DIYing stuff. So people may not realize that the clothes that you're wearing, you actually sold them, or You brought them in and changed them up. It's something about it that you're into that a lot of people do not know about. I just heard crochet. I heard yarn. Some of you could be good with braiding hair, doing hair, and you're nervous to start doing hair. Don't be nervous. Just get to it. Some of you are nail techs. You're very interested in nails. I'm hearing toes. You're very interested. Get into it. Some of you are very soulful and you have songs that you have created about love. Please get into it. Okay, we need some love music out here. Or spoken words about love, about uniting, about unions, about families. Please speak it. We need some of that. Okay, some of you really have the creativity that is like out of this world. The world is in your hands, literally. There's something that has been opened for you to be able to create freely. You don't have to do this behind the scenes. You don't have to hide this. People are going to accept this. You may think like, oh, I'm a man. It's weird that I like to color, or it's weird that I like to paint. People don't think it's so masculine. Who gives a fuck? It's a reason that God gave you that creativity. Some of you, there's a story within your creativeness. So you may be into spoken word, not realizing that you're creating a whole story. You're creating a whole series or something. God needs you to speak out for a reason. You could be an artist or a painter, not realizing that when you start to paint, you're creating a whole story. A lot of your paintings are going to connect with each other, and it's going to create one big story. Okay, some of you are really into the solar system. I'm getting like you're into science. Some of you are really into math. You may want to become a tutor, okay, one-on-one. Maybe you're the type where you're like, I want to help children. You might even do this for free because you just want to help where you can help. But never, when God blesses you with gifts and stuff, we don't just do that for free. Even people that came to visit in the Bible, they always came bearing gifts. In today's world, bearing gifts will be $1, will be some money. All right. So you don't have to do these things for free. No. Whoever is coming to you for the service or coming to show you respect, they should be coming with some gifts. They should be bearing gifts. Even when Jesus wasn't even born yet, and the 3 wise men were told to follow the stars to get to him, they still came bearing gifts. Everybody comes with gifts in the Bible. So you can accept these gifts. It's a part of the trade. You give them a service, they pay you for it. They give you something for it. But some of you, you're just so passionate about it that you might not even want to get money from it. But that's the thing. God wants you. For some of you, God wants you to really tap into this creative side, and he really wants you to monetize off of it. So if he wants you to monetize off of it, that means you're going to have to accept some gifts from people. You can't just keep doing it for free. If God wants you to really take this as a serious business, you're going to have to get something for it. You get what I'm saying here? Because for some of you, God wants you to really take this seriously. I'm seeing a skateboard. I'm seeing rollerblades. I'm seeing a bike wheeling. Maybe that's something that you're very into. And you might feel like, oh, but that's not a real, skill or talent. It is. Something about the way that you do it. A lot of people don't do it your way, or a lot of people didn't learn your way. And this is why people will pay you to learn your way, or people will pay just to come watch you. Okay. Do not lowball yourself, because I'm getting like people will really pay top dollars for whatever it is that you are providing. I'm seeing pottery again. So you could be someone that, you create like plant holders and stuff like that. Flower pots. Just charge your worth. You can be a dancer that does private parties or whatever like that. Charge your worth. You can be a photographer or a videographer, and this is your dream. This is your passion. Charge your worth. Okay? You can be into music, like producing beats and stuff like that. Charge your worth. Just because you're humble, just because you have another job or a career, and this is just something you're doing on the side, it doesn't mean that you don't charge your worth. No, you charge your worth. Okay? God wants you to charge your worth, because for some of you, this little thing that you do on the side is going to turn to something big. Because there's a story inside of it that God wants the world to listen to. I don't care if you are a skateboarder, you have a story too. You can be self-taught, and there's a story within that. Someone could really be into gymnastics as well, or you have a child that's really into gymnastics. God is saying, continue with that. Let them live out that dream. Because one day, these little hobbies and things that you do on the side is actually going to be able to provide some stability for some of you. Okay? A lot of us have gotten too comfortable with this robotic way of living. And some of us, we're supposed to be the CEOs of our own businesses. But we're so stuck, inclined to this robotic way of living, that we're helping all these CEOs just continue to be billionaires and billionaires and billionaires. Yet you can barely make it without, waiting for the next check to come through. Yet you're sitting on talents and gifts that can actually make you rich. You just have to believe. You just have to charge your worth. You just have to believe. Some of you are afraid. Some of you feel like, I shouldn't be in this profession. This is too feminine. Some of you feel like this is too masculine, because maybe you're into like contracting. Maybe you're into plumbing or construction. You like building and creating things. That's your creativity. That's what you're creative in. Continue to do it. We have a feminine and masculine side, baby. If that's what you do, that's what you do. Do it, though. You know what I'm saying? Some of you might really be into cars, I'm hearing. You might think it's weird. Maybe you want to have a car wash. You could have been obsessed with car washes when you were a child. Now you want your own car wash. Do it. What's weird to me, and this is how I'm going to end this, the only thing that's really weird to me, y'all, and this is the realest shit that you might hear this week. Only thing that is weird to me is a motherfucker that never start. Somebody that never starts, somebody that never chases a dream, a goal, someone that never goes after their artistic, creative side, and they're always just conditioned to this robotic way of life, this 9 to 5, going under another company and never trying to create their own company when they're literally being pushed or guided to do so. That's what's weird to me. There's nothing weirder than that. There's nothing weirder than someone who is very artistic and creative, who's hiding it, who's investing more time into this robotic way of life than they are to their own craft. That's what's weird. The people that never take a chance, the people that never risk things in this world of life. That's what's weird. It's not weird that you want to be an artist. It's not weird that you want to build houses or homes, or you want to have a farm, or you want to create a child care. That's not weird. Your idea, your dream is not weird. What's weird is that you're not going as hard for it. That's what's weird. What's weird is that God gave you a vision, a dream, a passion, and you're not going hard for it. That's what the fuck is weird. If anything is weird, is that. It's the fact that you're hiding yourself, or you're not sure of the dreams that God has given you. You keep seeing this dream over and over. You keep envisioning this over and over, and you're not doing it. That's what makes it weird. It's not that you think that you're a good producer. It's not that you think you're the best at chess. It's the fact that you're not doing anything with it. That's what makes it weird. You're a great painter. You're a great artist, and you're not doing anything with that. Now you're weird. Yes, that's weird to me. But what you're able to do, what you're capable of doing, that's not weird to me. I don't care if you're talented in creating cups or setting up cups or coloring cups. If that's what you're talented in, that's what you're talented in. What's weird to me is you not going after what you're talented in, because there's usually always someone that's looking for something that you may have. There could literally be someone waiting for that invention to happen, and you have all the knowledge of it and you're still afraid to start it. That's weird. What's weird is when you have a whole plan, or you have the beginning of a plan and you don't go through with it. That's what's weird to me. All right. I love you all, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.